This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome back to QAct TV, and today's video is going to be all about writing. The reason why I wanted to do this video was because after the release of my second book, Becoming a Warrior, which I will link in the description box below, a lot of people had a lot of questions for me about what I did and how I wrote my book, i.e., what process did I use, what software did I use, who did I go through for a publishing company, the ins and outs. So today I decided to give you guys an inside look on what I did. Before I continue, make sure if you have not done so already that you hit that like button, click subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you never miss a video from yours truly. I will also link all of my social medias in the description box as well, so you can follow me on all of my social media sites. So let's get right into it. The first thing I did when it came to me writing my book was figure out what I wanted to use, i.e. as far as actually writing the content. Now, some people can just write it and be okay with that and then go back and read it and type it up. But I'm not that kind of girl. I can't do that for you. That's not a thing for me. So I decided to use Google Docs. Now, what Google Docs is it is a writing, it's kind of like Microsoft Word just for Google Chrome, but it's linked to your email as well. So anytime you log into your email on any other device, whether it's your computer or a laptop or a tablet or your phone, all you gotta do is go to the Google Docs link and then you will see whatever it is that you've typed. So that's what I used when it came to me writing Becoming a Warrior. Now, I do have one book out. Well, I have a book that I wrote previously before Becoming a Warrior, and it's called The Goodness of God. And for that book, I will also link that in the description box below. But for that book, I used Microsoft Word. The only thing I did not like about Microsoft Word was that when I wanted to go back and add information, I had to send a copy to myself, to my email, every time I edited it. That way, whenever I was on another device, I could easily access it. But with Google Docs, you do not have to do that, so I would definitely recommend writing it on Google Docs opposed to Microsoft Word. Now, if you're a Microsoft Word kind of person, then by all means, go for it, do what you gotta do. But I'm just not here for it the second go round. So that's why I decided to use Google Docs. The second thing when it comes to writing a book or anything really was editing. So when I used Google Docs, the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have a spell check like Microsoft Word does. So what I ended up having to do was uploading my, or what do they call it? I basically transferred. I transferred my Google Docs to Microsoft Word, and then I ended up using the spell check on Microsoft Word to do my first draft of editing, and then I used a site called Grammarly to do my final draft of editing. And Grammarly is a little bit more extensive than Microsoft Word is because it catches things that Microsoft Word may not catch, and I love that about Grammarly. So if you have not ever used Grammarly, I would recommend Grammarly for anything that you are writing, whether it's a book, a short story, an essay, an email, whatever it is. I would recommend using Grammarly for it. I use Grammarly all the time. It is absolutely awesome. So I will link that also down below. The third thing was when it came to publishing. I wrote my notes down, you guys, so I wouldn't forget anything. And I color coded it too. I don't know if you guys can see that. I color coded. I have like a slight OCD, so don't worry about it, girl. Don't worry about it. But next thing was publishing. When it came to publishing, I used two different sites. For The Goodness of God, I used Createspace, which is linked to Amazon. So if you decide you want to go through there, you can, and it will automatically put your stuff on Amazon. And it does give you the option to do Amazon Kindle as well. so that was awesome. However, for my second book, Becoming a Warrior, I used a site called Blurb. And with Blurb, it doesn't automatically put it on Amazon. There's a few things that you have to go through to get it on Amazon, and that's only because it does global distribution. So if you select for it to go on Amazon, it's gonna go on multiple. So there's Ingram, Amazon, there's a couple of other ones. Honestly, I think it's like 7 of them, and I don't know all of the sites off the top of my head, but I do go on my portal to see who buys what from where, so I think that that's super cool. But the thing that I like about Blurb is that it also gives you the option for not only a Kindle version, but an iTunes version. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I've never had anything on iTunes, and I think that it's so dope that you have the option to put your book on iTunes as well as Kindle and Amazon, and other distribution sites as well. It's not just limited to Amazon and Amazon Kindle. So I would definitely recommend Blurb if you're going to be publishing a book. Createspace is a great starter though. I use that to start, and a lot of people will recommend you use that to start as well. Either one is great though, but the reason why I decided to use a different company opposed to Createspace is because I wanted a hardback book, and Createspace, only gave me the option to do paperback and dust jacket, and I did not want to do dust jacket because it just wasn't for me for what I was going for. So I decided to do an image wrap book, and I don't have them near me right now, but I decided to do an image wrap book. An image wrap book for Becoming a Warrior, because I thought that it was more aesthetically pleasing to the eye for what I was going for. So, but I mean, by all means, do whatever you want. If you want one or the other, that's cool. Now, I did self-publishing for both. It's completely free on both sites. If you don't feel like going through a professional. This hood is like gonna be, it's gonna make me take it off. But I definitely recommend going through either one of those because the publishing is free if you don't have the funds to do professional editing, which I did not at the time, so that's why I went through them. By all means, you do have the option to get a ghostwriter and a professional editor and a professional publisher if you so choose to, and if you got the funds to do it, go on and do you. Just some things to keep in mind, because honestly, that's all I did to edit my books. To write my books. That's all I did. But some key things to keep in mind that I didn't know with my first book. You want to have a copyright page in the beginning of your story. I just Googled one and went based off some templates that I found. It's really simple, really easy. Make sure you have a table of contents. That's something that's important. And make sure you add page numbers to your book. My first book did not have a copyright page or page numbers, and I regret it, but it's okay. My second book did, so it was absolutely awesome. It'll be good to use whether you're doing a children's book, drama book, spiritual book, inspirational book, whatever kind of book you're doing. I definitely recommend both of those sites to do that. You do have the option between paperback, hardback, electronic, and if you want to do an audiobook, I have not tapped into that market yet, but I am very, very soon. I would like to do an audiobook for Becoming a Warrior, so be on the lookout for that as well. Also, if you have not seen my last video, my interview for Becoming a Warrior, make sure you go check that out. I think it's absolutely awesome. LaSaron Smith did it, so, and I'll also link his YouTube in the description box below. You guys go support him, definitely, but he did a great job. And also keep in mind that your cover, whichever kind of cover you use, whether it's a picture that you really, really like and it's not professional, just make sure that it fits whatever kind of book you're writing. You do have the option to go get a professional photographer as well. I did for my second book. I didn't for my first book. I mean, it wasn't a bad picture, but I could have did a lot better. But All in all, that is all I did to write both of my books. If there's any information that you guys wanted to know that I did not mention, just drop a comment below and I will definitely try my best to answer all of your questions, whether that means responding to you individually or doing a follow-up video for this. But that was all I did. So if you guys have any questions, definitely hit me up. Don't forget to hit that like button, click subscribe, smash the notification bell so you never miss a video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.